Hey, it's Annie. Today I am going to talk to you about makeup application. So the reason I have my hair in front of my face is because I'm going to show you in a minute my no makeup look and this look. And then I'm going to show you the correct way to wear your makeup. Let me just slide this over here, and there I am, no makeup on. I'm going to briefly talk about this before we get started, and then as I said, I'm going to share how to apply makeup correctly. This is not a shaming video if you're doing any of these things that I'm suggesting not to do. I'm just trying to help you. We all learn. I still learn new things about makeup myself. That's what this is about. This is supposed to be helpful and informative, as my videos always are. Before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I share a new video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But for the month of October, I'm sharing a new video every day. And if there's anything you want me to share on my channel, please leave me a comment below and let me know. Did you like this video? Was it helpful for you? Please, please, please leave a comment below and let me know. So before we get started, and I'm gonna talk about what I did wrong on this side. Now, I have hooded eyes, and so many people tell me you don't have hooded eyes. Well, everybody has a different degree of hooded eyes. I do. My skin flops down. If I'm just go like this and I'm not animated with my eye, you can see all the skin here. This is how I would like my eye to look, but it doesn't. So obviously my eyebrow is very over dramatic. It's way, way too dark for me, and I didn't blend it in. It just looks like I penciled it in, okay? Which looks too harsh on me and ages me. And that's the whole point of this video, is to show you that makeup can actually age you instead of making you look younger. I also did a winged line. So let me show you close up of my winged liner and why I don't do it. I have a winged liner there, do you see that? When I stretch my eye, it looks pretty good, right? Well, where's it at? It doesn't do anything. I powdered the under eye, my under eye. I'm gonna turn this light off. Let the camera focus in. So you just see how my eye looks really hooded, and my eye looks, hopefully you can see that on camera. I powdered my under eye, which is a big no-no if you have wrinkles under your eye. Oh, see, I have wrinkles. Another thing that I did is I put my cheek color down here instead of up here, so it's not lifting my face. Eyeliner is too dark. I didn't blend it in, and it's just too harsh and dark on me. We're gonna get started. I'm just gonna clip my hair back off of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and finish applying my foundation to my face. I'm just using the Ordinary Serum today. And normally, I'm gonna be honest with you, normally I put a moisturizer on and sunscreen and all that. I didn't do any of that today because after I'm done, I'm gonna wash my makeup off. I'm not gonna go around like this. I actually scared my daughter this morning, showing her how I look. She was like, oh my goodness. So I'm just blending it in. You always want to make sure you blend, 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 blend your foundation in. You don't want to see a line from here to there. So after you blend your makeup in, make sure you get it on your neck too. Okay? Make sure you get a good color match for your face as well. That's another thing that will age you. Once you have it blended in, we're gonna go in with our concealer. You have to be careful with the concealer that you use, and because if you don't use the correct concealer, that will age you as well. I cannot use Shape Tape, Tarte Shape Tape. I know people love that. And that's what I used on this eye, and my eye looks all crepey, and it just accentuated all of my wrinkles. So this one is from Lancome, and I cannot say it, but I will leave everything that I'm using in the description box below, all right? There's two Lancome concealers that I've been using. This one's okay. I like the other one a little bit better, but I use very little. You don't want to use a lot of concealer either. Use very little. And I go right on where I have my discoloration. And I get a little bit there because I have it on the corner as well. Just like that. I mean, I'm using a very little amount. And now I take my beauty blender. I just love using this. I just think it works the best. And I just very softly am pouncing. I don't want to put too much pressure on it. Probably looks like I'm being like going really hard, but I'm not. I'm really light here. I'm gonna get my mirror because I want to make sure that I am blending it. You want to blend this really good. I am not going to set that. If I set that, it will make my eye look old and crabby like this, and I don't want that. So we're gonna leave it be, all right? So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my powder. Always use a really nice light powder. You don't wanna use anything that's too heavy because again, that will age you as well. I really like this one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's called the Airbrushed Flawless Finish. So that's what I'm using. I've been loving this lately. You can also use, well, I have the older Lumiere is really good. I've heard Laura Mercier's powder, loose powder is good. I have not tried it myself, so I can't say that for sure. I've heard it is, and when I use up my Lumiere, I will purchase that one and try it. So I'm just gonna go in with my brush, and I'm just gonna blend it in. Now sometimes I tap it on if I feel like my foundation is wet, but this foundation seems to dry pretty quickly on me, so I don't feel like I'm moving it around. But if you feel like it's wet, what you want to do is take your powder and just go like this first, and then go in and blend. Next, now this is up to you what you want to do. You can either do a contour or a bronzer. I'm going to do a bronzer. This is just my go-to, what I've been doing lately, but you can do a contour. If you do a contour, you want to just go right from this is your guide right here, the top of your ear and down to about there. You don't want to go too far down. And you kind of see I have a natural shadow there, so that's what I would want to show more. You know, you kind of want to shadow it a little bit more so it looks like you have some cheekbones, all right? But I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna use my bronzer in that same area and sort of get the same effect. So I'm just gonna use my Chanel bronzer and I'm going to put it on here. Now I didn't do any of that over there. This gives you a nice glow. And I do a little bit at a time. It looks like I'm putting a lot on, but I'm not. I always like to do my makeup a little at a time. Once you put too much on, it's kind of hard to get it off. And then I always like to put a little bit up here, even though you can't really see it a lot on my face because I usually have my hair down, but this side you do, so I usually, I match it up. That you can do that gives you a really nice glow, and that is to use a highlighter. Now don't use anything that's too glittery or too shimmery because all that is going to settle into your fine lines, so you don't want to do this. That one, the one that I really like lately is from Becca, and I have a couple other ones from Becca and I don't have them in front of me, but I do like their highlighters because I think they're really subtle. Another one that's really good, and it's in the Charlotte Tilbury set. Let me get that. I'll actually use this one today. This one is really nice too. Now they sell it separately. Actually, I think they sell it with a in a kit, a contour and highlight kit, but it came in my little set here that I got from Charlotte Tilbury. But this is so pretty because it's not glittery and it's not like real shimmery. It just gives you a nice glow. So you want to put this on lightly. I'm just getting my brush here and I just take a little bit like that, tap it off, and I put it right here at the top part of my cheek. And it'll just give me a little bit of a glow. Then I will go in with my blush. And again, I don't like to put my blush there. I want to bring my face up. I'm going to use my Rose Initial powder from Chanel and my powder brush, and I go right up here with my blush. Just like that. So now I've lifted my face up instead of bringing it down here. Do you see the difference between the two? My face on this side and then that side. See how I lifted it more, and this it doesn't do anything for me. It just looks like I look frumpy. You know what I mean? But this gives you a nice glow, and that's what you want your blush to do too. You don't want to put too much on. You don't want to put too much blush on because you want it to look soft and natural. You want it to look like your skin is flushed or blushing. You know what I mean? So you want it to look natural. You don't want to overdo it. Now with the eyes, this is so important, especially if you have hooded, mature eyes. If I stretch my eye up like this, that's where my bone is there, okay? But then once I put my eye down like that, this look just makes my whole eye look really heavy and old and puffy. So what I wanted to, sounds so sad, doesn't it? What I do is I like to relax my eye. I look straight into my mirror, and I need to put my color right here. But it's just the trick of an eye. So I'm taking a lighter brown color right here. This is just in my Jaclyn Hill palette, but you know, whatever color you want to use. The key here is how you're applying your makeup. So you don't want to use I don't use my darkest color here. I use my darkest color on the outside there because I want to lift my eye up. So I'm putting my shadow right here, and it's actually above where my bone is. And I'm using a lighter color. Another thing you want to do is blend, 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 blend. You don't want to have a harsh line there. You really want it to look soft and airbrushed. You want to get an airbrushed look. And I always like to blend it again, and always doing a circular motion really lightly towards my nose. This color right here, and I'm going to layer that right on top of there. And I'll get a little bit on the corner here, and I'm going to blend that in. Now I want to put a darker color on the end, and what that will do for me is it'll help lift my eye. It's kind of like my way of giving myself a cat eye without, or a wing liner look without doing a wing liner, because as you can see, I can't do it. I mean, it looks like I have a long liner, right? But then it's like, wah. So I'm going to take a dark color, and I'm going to go in with, I think I'll use this color right down here. Just tap my brush in. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to bring my brush up and over. And I'm just going to keep it right on the end here. This is a really, really, really good brush to use for this. This is my E45. This is really nice because if you are like, I don't know how to do that, this is a great brush to use. It makes it really easy. So you just bring it up and over. And not all the way over, just up and just like that. Now we're going to blend it. You don't want to blend it all the way over. We want to keep that color here, but we want to blend it in. So we're just doing a circular motion, and we're going up here and doing the same thing, circular motion. Now I'm going to go in with a lighter color, and I always like to use my glitter glue from Too Faced for that, just to lighten it up here. And it just opens up my eyes more, brightens my eyes. So I like to do that. So with that, I'm going to use a light color, this pink here, and I'm going to mix it with some of the white. This is in her Too Faced palette. I don't know if it's still available or not. But the key is you want to use a lighter color here. So it's just going to brighten up my eye a little bit more. And I just like to tap it on too. So it's a nice little shimmer. I always keep my shimmer shadows off of my, I don't like to use heavy shimmer. Sometimes I'll use a little bit of a shimmer here, but I just feel like for me, it makes my skin look crepey, so I'm really, really careful about that. So I like to keep my shimmer down here. And I want to add a little bit of a highlight, and what that's going to do is it's going to help lift my eye even more, right here on the top. Another thing that I think is important too is you have to be careful with how much color you put on the inner part of your eye. It just doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for me. And when I go a little too thick with my eyeliner, sometimes it's just too much, okay? So what I like to do is I will go in with the color that I used on my like outside, I'm just showing the side, that's not that eye. So I'm going to go ahead and use this brown color, and I'm just using my smudge brush from It Cosmetics. So what I like to do is put it right on my lash line, right there. I'm going to just blend it down a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy. I don't want a big shadow down there, just a little bit, just to soften it up. Now we're going to move to eyeliner. So I always use a liquid liner on the top. I don't go really thick. If you have really hooded eyes, you may not be able to do this. My eyes are hooded, but you can see that I have a little bit of a lid there. I just take my liner. This is from Maybelline. This is the Curvy. And I'm going to go right on right above my lash line here. Next, I am going to take an angled brush and I'm just adding a little bit of eyeshadow. And I'm going to go right over that line. It just helps keep my liner in place. Especially when I go to curl my lashes, sometimes it will come off. So it just helps keep it in place. Now I need to line the inside of my waterline. And the reason that I do that is, as you can see, if I didn't do that, it will thicken my lashes like immediately. So we're done with that. Before I curl my eyelashes and put my mascara on, I want to do my eyebrows. I did share a video on this recently, so I may fast forward a little bit of this. But briefly, as you can see, this side is way too dark for me. So first I brush my eyebrow like this. Take my pencil, and you want to get a pencil too that is close to your own color. You don't want it to be too dark or too light, or you know what I mean? So you want to get something that is as close to your color as possible. The one that I really, really love is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is their caramel, and you'll see the difference between the two eyes. So I go up here, and then I go just slightly above. I mean, just very, it's like I'm right at the edge there. And I do little strokes. And then when I get to the top there, because this is where I want to have a little bit of an arch and where I kind of have it naturally with my eyebrow, then I just bring it down. And then I brush it up a little bit and I go underneath here. I'm doing the same thing. And I bring it up there. And then I bring it down like that. And I'm not even finished, and you can already see the difference. That looks very unnatural and it's not very pretty, and this side is really soft and more natural looking. See the difference? So this looks much more natural, and this is just too much. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to curl my eyelashes and apply my mascara. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my lip liner. Okay, with your lip liner, you have to be careful. It's okay to use a dark color outside of there, but when I do that, I always fill it in and then I put a lipstick on. Now I'll use the same liner and I'll show you what I mean. So this one's a little bit darker than what I usually use. This is from Makeup Forever, and this is the, color is this? This is 7C from Makeup Forever, okay? I have to outline my lips because of my birth defect. I have uneven lips, so I'm going to go ahead and outline them. Now once I do that, I fill it in. I know it's going to seem like it's dark, but it's going to get lighter, okay? So what I do is I will take my lipstick then, just like that, and then I'll put my gloss on. I just want to show you that because I did that on this side. I want to show you the same thing. Can you see where it's like outline? You can kind of see the outline and you can see the lipstick color. If you're going to do a darker or whatever lip line color that you use, you really should use a color that is similar to the lipstick color you're going to have. Otherwise, you're going to see that really dark eyeline or lip liner. Plus, I did not fill it in. I always fill in my lips. I line them and then I fill it in. It does two things. One, to me, it just blends your lipstick and your outside lips, and your lips just look more match. It looks all together. It doesn't look like I painted on my lip. And it also will help keep your lipstick on longer when you do that. So And I just made a big boo-boo on my lid. Great. Annie, are you kidding me? Okay. Okay, so that is it. Now you can see the difference. This eye looks fresh and more youthful, and this eye just, not even just the eye, but my face just looks, it just looks so harsh on me. It ages me. It makes me look a lot older than I am. This side, I look a lot younger. What do you think? Don't you think so? Let me know in the comments what you think. But you can see that this side, you can see this side of my face looks more youthful. My face looks lifted, my eyes look lifted. Here, it just looks like I have a really hooded eye. It just emphasized it and made it look more hooded. And then you can see my wrinkles underneath. So I'm gonna get close one more time so you can see my face. Okay, and you see that side? See how it emphasized all my wrinkles? And this side looks much more natural and pretty and fresh. And this just accentuated my hooded eye, where this, my eye looks more lifted. That is it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really, really do hope that this video was helpful and informative to you. Please let me know in the comments and share any secrets that you might have with, you know, everybody that reads the comments. Something that maybe I didn't address could be helpful to other people as well. So if there's something that I didn't cover, something I didn't talk about, something that you've seen that you think would be, you know, helpful, or something that you see that ages women that could be helpful to other people, please leave a comment below and let me know. And please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. You can follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. I will leave the links below, and I will leave the links below too with everything that I used on this side of my face and the video. So that is it. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.